Hi, I'm Christine Rasmussen here in my Los Angeles studio. Today I'm going to be talking about my painting Iridescent Semblance. But first, I feel like there are two things you should know about me. One is that I love stories. The other is that most of my artistic influences tend towards the abstract. Hopper, Diebenkorn, and Thibault come to mind. Over the last year or so, my sense of reality and time itself have been called into question. As such, I've drifted more into my imagination. I've started to go off script in my paintings, away from my photo references, and more into my imagination, both in my paintings and in my titles. I certainly got creative with this title. I'm using iridescent in the sense of a lustrous effect. I see that in this brilliant color palette. Semblance refers to the facade, a common motif in my work. I like the sense of mystery, how there's more than meets the eye. Also, semblance is included in the word resemblance, and I like the idea that viewers can bring their own experience into the piece if it reminds them or resembles something that they've seen before. In my quest to get away from the camera and photo references, I'm actually painting a scene that I've painted many times before. It's a street that is close to my studio, so it is based on a real place, but I've seen this building at all times of day and all sorts of weather, so I'm able to draw on my memories of the place as well as my photo references to create this more imaginative scene. In fact, I changed the sky and put in addition to the clouds, I made it into a sunset. Again, I didn't use photo references for the sunset. Instead, I started paying more attention out in the world to sunsets, really looking at how the colors shift, how when the blue meets the yellow, there is a slight tinge of green, very subtle, or how the colors get lighter the closer you get to the horizon line. I would take my mental images and bring them back into the studio to create these imagined skies. It also emboldened me to put more color into the clouds, especially these up top, and to have other clouds below near the horizon line that are a totally different hue and shape, almost cartoonish. Getting away from my photos has allowed me the freedom to shift more towards my abstract influences. I mentioned loving stories. I love how they evoke emotions in me, how they can transport me to other places, real or imagined, and how they make connections. While this painting doesn't have a specific narrative, I love how these clouds up here hover a little ambiguously over the scene. In contrast, the meditative rhythm of the corrugated metal fence along the bottom offers predictability, an ordered grounding. Painting strikes a hopeful tone for me. I see that in the heightened color palette, an acceptance that life is full of both uncertainty and possibility. For me, this painting feels like coming after a storm. We still feel its effects, and we know there's a mess to clean up, but we are warmed by the golden sunlight and able to breathe in the spaciousness of the open sky.